working on a 2011 Chevy Cruze. We're going to be doing front brake pads and rotors on it today. So let's get started. See 2 10mm bolts, and then behind it are 2 18mm bolts that will remove the caliper itself. So let's do that. Press this really quick, and this car is pretty easy. You can use pliers like this, some big ones, or you can use a C-clamp to get that out, or I mean to push it in. And as you can see, I squeeze this. Goes right in. Gotta squeeze a little harder, but yeah, that'll come in. So once you get this piston pushed all the way in, I'm going to take this and I set it right here so that it's up there. And then we're going to remove these brake pads. As you can see, this one was getting pretty low. Get this one out. You're going to want to check your slides, make sure that these still move, and you're going to want to take them out and re-grease them. Even if there's a little grease in there, you're going to want to re-grease it just to be sure. Then you push them down, kind of give it a little twist, and that'll go back on there. Alright, so now we're going to take these 18mm bolts off to get the caliper bracket removed. Alright, so I got those 18mm bolts out. That's going to come off. We're going to set this aside because we will have to take your wire brush and clean these areas inside there if you don't replace these clips. Usually you just replace them. So now this rotor won't just come off because it has this right in here. Now these don't always come out with just a Torx bit. What you'll want to get is one of these. They're really cheap, 10 bucks at Harbor Freight. But what you'll do is it's an impact screwdriver, so you hit it with the hammer, and then every time you hit it, it'll turn a little bit. So I'll try to show you guys how this works real quick, because if you round this out inside here, it's going to be a lot more work to get this rotor off. had that, that would have been a lot harder coming out of there. This is one tool that you're going to want to get if you're going to do these brakes. Because if you do other brake jobs, you'll notice a lot of rotors will have that. And if you don't have that tool, your life is a lot harder. Important for us to do is to always clean your rotors. There's a layer of oil on the rotors whenever you buy them to keep them from rusting, and if you don't take it off, it can cause issues with your brake pads. It can cause glazing, which like hardens your brake pad and it makes it squeak and all kinds of other issues. So always clean it off really well. Make sure you don't put any handprints on it. And then you can install it onto the vehicle. You're going to want to put that hole in. You're going to want to put this back in. And it holds the rotor in place. So what I'll do is a little bit of anti-seize and I put a little bit on there so that I know it'll come out next time. And scrubbed it. So we're going to want to clean in here with the wire brush and then put some anti-seize in there. Alright, so got those cleaned and then put some anti-seize in there, both sides. Now I'm going to install it on the car. Put them on before you install this. Sometimes it's easier that way. This time it's pretty easy to just put them on the vehicle. right here. That has to move out in order for you to slide these pads in. And once you slide those out, it'll slide those pads in nice and easy. All right, so now I'm going to put the caliper back on. You gotta push these in a little bit, get them to go on. Line up nice. And get your two 10mm bolts. Get those in, like that. Nice and easy. So then tighten these. You might have to hold these in order to get it tight. Most of the time you don't need a wrench, but sometimes you'll need a crescent wrench or something to hold on to it. And put this rubber boot back up in here. Make sure this rubber boot goes back into that hoop. These are tight, 10 mils tight, 18s are tight. You got your Torx bit, T27 tight. And then make sure that your rotor's clean, that your brake pads are good. And then you can see that there's a gap between the rotor, the pad and the piston. So make sure when you get back in your car to pump the brakes and get it so they feel firm, because you can take off and not have any brakes for a few seconds, so you got to pump them back up. All right, so we'll put the wheel on and we'll be done. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'm going to try to make some more videos, especially now that it's getting warmer out. I'll be able to just set up the camera and start working. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Later.